Okay. Two things to get out of the way first. I am very greasy because I just got back from the gym. Second, dealing with the man bun today. I guess three things. Vigor is back in stock on Leviathan Sups. Will be on Amazon very soon. I am going on vacation tomorrow, so I will not be fulfilling orders for a week. Virility limited stock on Leviathan Sups. And, of course, Patreon, Peak Male Physique for penis larger and aids that are not needed but can help. Anyway, so, if you've been paying attention to my feed lately, I have been in contact with PervMcServe. I don't know, I'm going to leave that in. But it's the great pollinating in Pittsburgh, so my allergies are absolutely horrendous, and thank God I'm leaving the state for a week. Okay, back to what I was saying. I'm in constant contact with PervMcServe. We just hit it off pretty well. He's a very intelligent individual. Looks like a dwarf from like Lord of the Rings, but that's fine. Okay. So, basically, he came to me with an idea, which basically is the evolution of my theory now for penis enlargement efficiency. So, bit of background. As you guys know, I primarily look at tendons and ligaments to see how soft tissues adapt to stimulus. My premise is that since soft tissues behave similarly and are made of the same stuff, just in a different organization structure, similar stimuluses will do similar results to similar tissues. It's not that far-fetched. However, this man, Perv, brought to my attention that he thinks that the tunica is more like a fascia than it is a ligament or tendon. Yeah, definitely. However, I don't think it really changes that much because we're talking about collagen at the end of the day, and it's going to respond the same way. Granted, it is different kinds of cells, but doesn't really matter. Let me get to what I'm actually trying to say. So, there are like 3 or 4 different types of fascia in the body. All have different purposes. So some are just like line your organs to have something for your veins and arteries to hold on to. Wait, yeah. And then it also will hold your nerves in place. But then there's more there are more thick fascias that provide support and strength to your organs. So, if you look at some of the research on these fascias, they can hold up to 2,000 pounds of pressure. That is much as a car tire. So, the tunica is actually probably a thin form of this fascia. From what I saw very quickly is that it is probably similar to fibrous pericardium, and that's what lines the heart to keep you from keeping your heart in place. Again, no script. I suck without a script. Keeps your heart in place, and then it keeps the chambers of the heart from overexpanding during strenuous exercise. So it literally does not beat out of your chest and explode. So it is designed to handle high pressure events. So if you know anything about evolution and biology, your body's pretty lazy when it comes to developing structures. So if there's code for it somewhere else in the body, it's probably going to do a similar fashion elsewhere in the body for the same purpose. So in my new opinion, and I already ran this by Hink, and he says, I do not disagree with this, so gold star if you ask me. It's a type of pericardium, or very similar to the pericardium. So all the stuff I looked into for tendons and ligaments probably still apply. However, particularly for like girth stuff, this is going to be huge because now we know that we can apply principles of fascia release to the shaft, and then that will allow us to expand more and elongate more. However, when it comes to like my interval length protocol, nothing really changes except we're going to be adding one thing. So I got a banana, pretty ripe. Um, so during your 10 minutes of fatigue, or no, so after your 10 minutes of fatigue set, so your 10-minute sets at the beginning, on your first strain set, you are just going to massage the shaft up and down for 5 minutes. Now, obviously, this is going to be a lot more hands on than what I've had you do already. So, I get it if you don't want to do it, it complicates things. However, based off of what I know about fascia, which is very limited, that's why I basically defer to Perv on this because, that's his day job. I'm just some random online at this point. That massage kind of creates makes fascia like putty. So it will cause it to elongate faster. Now, we don't necessarily know if it creates the fatigue needed. However, it does allow you to get more strain. So yeah, that's really all there is. That's the whole new thing. But I just really wanted to bring this up before I go on vacation, and how the pericardium, or how I'm just looking at tenuous fascia, fibrous fascia more than I'm looking at tendons and ligaments. Again, I don't think it's really going to make a huge difference, but it'll give me an even bigger pool of stuff to pull from. So, yeah. If we're talking about interval length protocol, we're going to be adding something that we are calling Tunica release. So, 10 1-minute sets, 5 minutes of Tunica release, and then continue with your strain sets. What we've noticed is that it just beats the shit out of the Tunica, really. Not necessarily in, causes damage, but it causes it to become very relaxed. So, I was able to hit 6% elongation, or strain, in about 20 to 25 minutes, and I was really interrupted by the UPS man picking up 20 dozen Vigor to send to Amazon. So I wasn't able to fully see how far I was able to get. But if we just look at the data, that's showing a 30% increase on my normal time, which is about 50 minutes. If I was able to do it in 20 minutes, that's more than that. That's like 100%. Anyway, caveat though, I am at the end of my training block, and I want to talk about that too. So I am pretty stretchy and just fatigued in general. So all that cumulative fatigue finally built up. So me getting to that length that quickly could also just be a byproduct of my taggered penis. Speaking of which, I am now we're having phases now. We're making this real fucking complex. So if you listen to my live streams, I've been doing a month of work, of strenuous work, about 6 days a week, mainly focusing on length. And then, first time was by accident, I took a week off, and I grew in like a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch in that week off. Now I'm doing it again. The same indicators are happening. The main indicators for me for when you need to take these breaks is when your skin gets beat up. So like my skin is actually slightly discolored, even though I haven't pumped in over a month. It's dry and it's a little cracked. But again, I might just not be taking care of the things. So that's one caveat. And then I lose a bit of sensation. I don't really notice it during sex, but during masturbation, I notice the lack of sensation. So once you get to the point where it's a bit dulled out, probably do one more week and then take a week off. And for me, that's been about week 3. I see the dulling of sensation. And then I'll do another week, and then I'll take this week off. So if I'm correct, when I come back from my vacation, I will be about 8.5 inches long again. Again, meaning that since I lost size from COVID and I was probably cheating on the roller a bit originally, I am again back to 8.5 inches. Like I said, I basically restarted my log, so that way we have a much clearer indication of what works and what doesn't, because I let my ego die sometime last year. But yeah, this does not change anything with my book really, because my original idea was to sips coffee. My original idea was to make this buy once, get every update for free, unless I literally have to rewrite the entire damn thing. I don't have to rewrite anything, I just have to clarify things now. So when the book is eventually out, if I do have to change things, and this is just a good time to bring it up, you'll get every update for free because that's what I believe in. It's not going to be for at least another month, unfortunately, but just bringing that up. And if Perv keeps breaking my theories or expanding my theories, we're going to have a much better product. Well, I'm going to have a much better product. Perv is just giving me information for free. Anyway, for you guys to suck on and enjoy. And obviously, everything I'm going to talk about is going to be free on Reddit and gettingbigger.io. So that's it. This video is probably much different than what you're used to seeing from me. I'm all over the place today because I got X, Y, and Z to do. And yeah, so check out Perv's channel. Check out Hink's channel because, you know, he's actually my business partner. I'll link both of them in the description below. Leviathan Subs, preferably get it on Amazon if you want it faster than a week and a half from now. And Patreon, Peak Male Physique. This is BD signing off.